What's the scariest gut feeling you had that came true? 1. I was watching a movie with my roommate on a hot summer night. In an instant, I went from feeling completely relaxed to hyper alert. I had one thought in my head. Close your bedroom window. I looked at my roommate and said, I have to close my bedroom window, and tore off down the hall. When I got into my bedroom, I could see a gloved hand on my window. It was the kind of window that opens out and you pull it in to close it. There was a guy standing on the railing of our back stairs trying to pull himself into our house through my window. I screamed. He dropped and ran, and I called 911. The police came with dogs, but never found him. We didn't live in an unsafe neighborhood, and sitting in the house with the windows open in the summer wasn't something we ever worried about. I know that God, a guardian angel or something, was looking out for us that night. 2. I woke up one morning after having a bizarre nightmare. I dreamt that I called my boss and told him my youngest son was going to die. My son was only 10 days old at the time. A perfectly healthy, beautiful little baby boy. When I woke up, I felt nauseous from the dream and experienced the worst anxiety I've ever had. I knew intuitively that something was wrong with my son. He didn't show any rare signs or specific symptoms. The only thing that was odd was that he slept a bit heavier than usual that night. I couldn't ignore my anxiety. I checked his temperature and was shocked when it showed 35.1 degrees Celsius. I immediately took him to the ER and soon found out that an enterovirus, a normal winter season virus that gives you a cold, had affected his heart. The room was soon filled with doctors, and my husband and I were asked to leave. 12 hours later, the doctors informed us that the virus had caused our healthy baby serious heart failure, dilated cardiomyopathy and myocarditis, and that he probably wouldn't make it. They called a priest and the rest is a blur to me. Our baby was put into a coma on a respirator and was going to be placed on an ECMO extracorporeal membrane oxygenation machine. We were transferred to the ICU for infants. After 2 months in the ICU, he suddenly improved. The doctors told us that almost no children survive this virus on the heart because there are no obvious or clear signs, so the parents don't realize something is wrong. They also said that what he survived was theoretically impossible, considering how ill he was. They asked me what caused us to seek help, and I told them about my dream. I will never forget the doctor's response. There are some things between heaven and earth that medicine can't explain. Your boy is a living miracle. He turns 5 next year and is almost fully recovered from the heart failure, except for 1/8 of his heart that is permanently damaged. 3. My siblings and I were swimming at a neighbor's house with their kids, but the adults were inside. Randomly, a thought came into my head. Where's my sister? She could easily have gone inside or walked across the street back home, but I felt like I needed to find her immediately. I got all of us kids to search. We eventually noticed she was at the bottom of the pool, completely blue. She made a full recovery and is one of the best parts of my life. 4. I was downstairs one day and my daughter was in her bedroom. I suddenly got this strange, indescribable feeling, like something was urging me to check on her. I couldn't brush it off, so I did. Upon reaching her room, I found her partway through taking an overdose. Luckily, I caught her just before she was about to take a handful of pills. I'll never understand what or who was looking out for her that day, but I'm so thankful. 5. On a blustery but sunny March day, I took my toddler out to our swing set in the backyard for some exercise. He was so excited to swing after a long winter in the house. Within a few minutes, I got a very creepy feeling that we needed to go back inside the house immediately. I snatched him off the swing, but he protested, "Mommy, we just